Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. It's
How
DJ
do
Envy,
I say
Charlamagne the guy. We are the
goodbye
Breakfast Club. We have a special guest in the
to
building.
Angela Yee?
Donnell Rawlings, here, ladies and gentlemen.
The good times that made us laugh, made them cry. I thought
All right.
we get to stop talking about booties.
You brought it up.
But the booty bandits never do. It's so hard to say goodbye to Angela Yee.
Thank you, Donna. That was beautiful.
I don't know
All right,
Okay,
enough.
where
Why are you
the
just
show.
like a politician this morning? Where you going?
Because I'm voting to get you off the show. I don't know where this show is going to lead to.
Donna, would you like to take my place on the Breakfast Club?
Hell no. I've never had really mental issues, but I will guarantee you, if I became a member of the Breakfast Club, I would definitely be reading all of this dude's book who's not here. Where is he?
He's getting ready for you.
He's right there. That's
Paul,
him.
Where?
That's him. That guy.
He's really not here, though, for
Yeah,
real.
he said he didn't feel like doing.
He was
this
here
interview with
earlier.
you.
He left.
It's all good. I don't have no problem with that.
Okay.
I'll pay him back.
Uh-oh. Ain't you doing his show?
It's about to be a hell of a week.
Hell of a week. Well, actually,
I bought this for him, too. That's just whenever he starts
Flame
talking
Monroe?
trash. Yeah.
Well, now you don't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
No, actually, he usually tapes tomorrow, but he has to tape today because of all the political things.
I don't really care. We don't even have to talk about it. I'm not here for that. What are we
here for? Let's talk about you.
I'm going to tell you what we're here for.
What are we here for?
How do I say goodbye? And y'all don't understand that. I know normally in business like this, what are you promoting? I'm promoting friendship. I'm promoting love. And I thought that, first off, I don't know if Angela is ever going to leave.
She's not going to leave. She's
Oh, my
supposed to leave 2
God.
months ago.
She's the only
Donna,
person I
I
know
tried to not
that
come
leave
today.
but don't leave at the same
She
time.
announced it and they're talking about, I'm going to stay in another 2 weeks.
She's like, I'm out and she got the same thing in common as Anita. Anita don't know what if she want to.
Miss Anita.
Miss Anita.
Miss
Now, let me
Anita.
explain something to you. I've been trying to leave. I want to leave, okay?
don't wanna leave.
Oh, I
Trust
know
me.
you want to leave.
You know. But every time they keep on being like, because, Envy don't be wanting to do the rumors and the news, so they're dragging us. So
Unless
I
it's a
feel
car,
like
unless
Envy,
it's a car show, let the car show show up.
November
Let it
27th,
go.
my next car show
Let
in
a car
Alabama,
show.
Huntsville.
Let a car show
I
pop
feel
up.
like he went behind the scenes and was like, look, we just want to keep Angela till vacation,
Right.
until and I'm like, I really wanted some time off. I was excited. I done planned a trip. And they're like, we actually need you to stay until December 2nd.
That's like 4 days before my birthday. But to be quite honest, I
What
didn't
we
know.
doing?
We could do whatever.
Congratulations, Donnell bought a house.
Thank you.
Oh, where'd you buy a house?
That's
LA?
a huge
No,
deal.
no, fuck L. Oh, not fuck LA, but I've just found out that I think I'm more of a country boy than anything.
He's a river guy.
Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Oh, Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
Why Ohio?
I fell in. Well, I'm not a huge fan of Ohio, but I became a huge fan of Yellow Springs. And during the pandemic, I really got connected there. I was there like 2 summers in a row. I like the peace. I like it's no crime there. I got good friends, a sense of community there, and I just fell in love with the place. And I was like, and I'm like a lot of people that during the pandemic left the city, left a different lifestyle for another lifestyle, and I chose Yellow Springs, Ohio, for a place for me to.
He was on the river.
I seen on the
We
river.
actually, just for clarity, all right, he had a team and I had a team. He's from the creeks. I was from the streets.
Right, it was a kickball team
It was
because
a
I'm
kickball team.
all into
now,
the sports.
Who won?
Well, first off, you cheated. It was the streets versus the creeks in the
I was captain.
in a kickball team. Talib Kweli was supposed to be the
His
captain
name is
of.
not Talib Kweli. His name is Talib Kweli.
You know what I'm saying? Tomato, right? But Talib was the captain of the streets team, but he got in the middle of a tweeting confrontation.
What kind
And
of
he couldn't-
this is before
he
that.
just go off anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It don't even matter.
It could be any day.
Talib is the only person I know respond to each and every
Everybody.
comment. I'm like, how do you got the time? He invented a thing to keep his glasses on his head because he be texting so quick.
And I don't
that
see
his
when he
glasses
does it
start falling. But yeah, to put him
when
back
you're
up.
around him, he's not even on the phone. I'm like, when is he doing this?
Yeah, but he was a captain of the street team, and he couldn't make it. So Angelique came in, and I will say that her team beat us in the kickball game. But
And they were undefeated prior to that. I
yeah,
just
we
wanna
were
put that out there,
undefeated. We
too.
had like six. We were 6-0.
Who's on the team from the Creeks?
People from the woods.
People in the woods.
Yeah,
Donnell
yeah,
pulled a hamstring or something very early on in the first.
I sustained an injury that
So now he plays. What's the sport you play now?
pickleball.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in pickleball.
Yeah. So there's a whole pickleball
And I got
thing.
you a gift too.
Movement
Pickleball. You don't know about
Oh,
pickleball?
my kids play pickleball.
Do you play pickleball?
No, I do not play pickleball.
So you wear your kids' clothes, but you don't play with the sports that they play, son?
I do not wear my kids'
You
clothes.
do wear your son's
I do
jeans,
not
son.
wear- my son wears my jeans.
Yo, yeah, or vice versa. And I got a gift for you. This is my parting gift. This is a gift from me and Jamie Foxx to you. And the pickleball is a phenomenon. I'm surprised
You
that
give a gift and not me?
I'm
no,
leaving.
I did. Yeah,
That's
she's
the thing.
leaving. This
The
is not.
party
But you
gift.
come to somebody's show, you give them a gift.
No.
You
And then
want him?
You're like her first guest on her show, so you're gonna see her again.
So you want him?
Yeah, I want the pickleball thingy majiggy.
You want him?
You already have it. Your kids play.
Yeah, I
So can
want
you
it.
talk? All right,
These
so
nuts.
I didn't know anything about pickleball.
Time out for a nut joke. Come on.
Go ahead.
Come on. Time out for a nut joke. You just can't go past a nut joke.
What's wrong with you, man?
No, that was a wonderful nut
It
joke.
was a good night.
Feels so much
Now
better
back
than
to,
he's
now
not.
back to you
All right.
moving to Ohio. How does your son like Ohio?
He loves it.
Better than LA?
Yeah. He loves
You
it.
gonna put him
It's
in
a-
school down there and all that?
No, right now, me and my baby mom, we're not together no more. That's not happening. Don't have anything negative to say. But right now, he's in a really good school in L.A., and I'm considering once he gets to 5th grade, to see what the situation is going to be for him for middle school. But he loves it out there. Like he loves the woods. What I realized during the pandemic is simple things in life that make life super simple. I know that may sound crazy, but he appreciates going down to the creek. He appreciates skipping rocks and stuff. He got some friends out there, and he just loves the nature. I fell in love with nature during the pandemic and couldn't leave.
Donnell actually had a really amazing Donnell Land event.
Yes.
And everybody brought their kids too and their families. And my friend Dahlia came with her
Yeah.
daughter, and her daughter had like the time of her life. She was like, "I love it here. I never want to leave."
Why you invite me? I got kids.
You
I got
know
a
there's a
couple.
reason why I don't invite you to anything, Envy.
He doesn't show up.
You don't? No, I will say, Envy will come to a comedy show, but the last couple of years, I don't know what happened. Your attitude has changed. I don't know once you started Beijinging your chin, things just change.
He's
And
feeling
it's nothing to. And then look, I didn't even know he was a Giant fan.
You know I was
until
a
this year.
Giants fan,
Nah,
goddammit.
you sold
Yes, you
all your
I
Giant
didn't sign
stuff
none of my
last year.
Giants fans.
You sold all
He
your
was a
Giant
Jets
stuff.
fan last
With your
year.
whack ass Commanders. I was never a Giants
We 3-0.
fan.
I mean, we
Commanders is just a whack name. It's
Yeah,
trash.
but okay, I'm not arguing with you on that.
Okay.
I still think that it's slightly racist because when you say Commanders, you ended with Chiefs, so you still got the the native side of it. But I'm excited that we won 3 games in a row. By how many points? By how we did it? I don't care, but we did it.
Okay.
Fair
I
enough.
want to talk about some of your comedy. So you've been on the road a lot.
Yeah,
Are you still enjoying and loving comedy?
I do love it. I will say this. I feel like something's about to happen, man.
No.
See,
I
this
don't know
is the problem with Donnell, right?
No, I
Donnell
just-
said he wants a
He
real
gets
interview.
distracted.
No,
You
but-
give him a real interview.
All right,
He
you
came in
thought
a suit.
something's gonna happen.
Oh, you-
then
you-
he says, "Evie, what about this? My nuts." Like,
No.
How do you expect me to give you a
Trust
real interview?
issues. Trust issues.
Trush?
I have
Trust. What the hell's trust?
I have trust.
Is
I
that
have
like
trust
rush?
issues with you. But back to your
I'm
question.
trying to ask him to give him a real interview.
No, do I still love comedy? And I
sir.
do. I've been doing it for 30 years, and I don't know if a lot of people can say that. I feel like after into a 30-year career, every year I feel like I get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has some people that get hot for a couple years, then be like, what happened? They fell off. But I feel like for 30 years, like every year, I get better. And you're also talking about somebody that each year he thinks he's at that point, but will find something to go to the next level. So I do feel like I get better every
And
year,
your
and I enjoy it.
acting career also has taken off.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So congratulations for that.
Thank you. I've been lucky enough. Like I tell people all the time. They say, "What do you like more, the acting
Winning
or
play, right? Was it
the winning time?"
winning time?
He
Okay.
asked me, "What do you like most, the acting or stand-up comedy?" I'm in more control of my career with stand-up, but acting is more challenging to me.
It is.
You know, like I could go in front of 15,000 people and have no issue, but then once they say action and that camera come on, it's a whole different ball game. The difference between stand-up, you get immediate response. You know
Correct.
what's going to happen immediately. With acting, you don't know till the reviews come in, till you see the dailies.
You got an
think you
Oscar?
might get. I was part of a team that won an Oscar with the what was it?
Why
Soul.
can't just say you got an Oscar, Donnell?
I got an Oscar.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get an Oscar. I got Oscar-y. I got a piece of an Oscar.
You got a piece of it.
Yeah, you know how I'd be like, dude, I was in the background and I still got it, but I was a part of that.
But how was it acting for you? Because, with acting, of course, there's lines, there's other actors. Do you feel like you're an actor, or are you still doubting yourself and keep asking, like, how'd I do?
I don't doubt myself, but I know that that's something I always can grow on. I feel like I always can get better, especially when I see some people work. I see some people get down. I'm like, damn, this dude is doing this for real. And for me, it's still fun for me. I don't take myself that serious. I think if I probably got a little bit more training and focused more, I could get more acting work. But I've made a name for myself and stand up so much. If I get an acting gig, it's just only a bonus on top of some other things that I've done.
And he's an actor as well now.
Yes.
What you playing?
Can't tell you. I'm in the series East New York.
Okay. Is it Brooklyn based? It's got to be East New York.
Brooklyn, yeah. It's probably one of the biggest shows on CBS now. So it's a lead black woman who does her damn thing. But I was going to ask you, when do you consider yourself a legend in comedy, right? And the reason I ask that is because you do comedy with so many legendary people. A lot of times people, they compare you to the legends, whether it's Chris Rock, whether it's Dave Chappelle, whether whoever it may be when I'm talking legends. Do you consider yourself a legend yet when it comes to comedy?
Nope. I don't connect to any words like that.
Why not?
I'm a humble person, and I don't want to say that.
But you would say Dave Chappelle's a legend.
Yeah, I would.
Chris Rock's a legend.
Yeah.
So the legendary term, but you just don't.
I don't associate with that. I don't associate with legend. I don't associate with GOAT. I don't associate with the greatest. I think once you get caught up in that, you start believing it. That's when things turn. Now if somebody else want to say that, that's one thing. But I'm never going to say I'm a legend. Don't you know who I am? It's just a setup. And then these are new words. They found out new ways, Envy, to call you old. This was the new generation. they don't call you old head. They call you legend. They call you GOAT.
OG.
You know you old when they call you Unc. What's up, Unc?
What's up, Unc?
Yeah, what's up, Unc? What's up, OG?
People call you Unc?
Yeah, they call me Unc. They look at my beard, and I'm not. I don't even dye my shit.
You've
no
never
more.
dyed it?
He said
I dyed it once. I didn't feel comfortable. I feel like I was tricking people, like R. Kelly. I felt, in a way,
Oh my God.
presenting to be something that I really wasn't.
Here we go.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
Envy dyes his beard.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it just. I mean, if you gonna hire me for a job for that, whatever, but I don't see it. And I went through that stage like, oh my God, I'm getting older.
We knew from your
I'm
head, though, your hair, like your hairline. We knew.
I think your son keeps you young, too.
You really want to do this, Envy?
What?
I'm saying, take your hat off, son.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you spray paint your joints, son.
Mine is good. You want
Your
touch it?
hair go from dark skin to light skin in 24 hours, son.
I'm good.
You spray paint your joint.
don't.
I guarantee. Look at his hairline now. The next time you get a haircut, your joint is going to be sharp.
It's
And I
going to
know-
be dying that
and I-
bucket
That's what a
hat.
haircut does. It makes your line.
No. You're going to get that fiber. I know you do all that. You're going to
Fiber? No,
the
I don't.
fibers.
I don't know anything about the fibers.
You're going to do
But
the
back
fibers.
to you. Back to you. Being a legend. Go.
I don't consider myself a legend. I don't consider myself any of that, but a person that loves what they do and continue to get better doing it.
And you did great on that Snoop, the compilation that he had. You
Right.
killed that.
The Snoop Dogg, it's so crazy because I was slotted to do, which I did, a Netflix special with Dave Chappelle.
So it's done.
It's a long story with that. I did it, but then like a couple of weeks before we were supposed to air it, we had the air date and everything. He called me. He was like, I want to go again. And I didn't get upset, but I wanted to understand, how do we go from us doing chest bumps, high fives, standing ovation to you want to shoot it again? And I was ready for the constructive criticism, but at the same time, I'm like, I knew it was funny. And he was like, Donnell, I could put you in front of an audience and you could rip all day, every day. He said, but that doesn't make it a great special. And one of the things he pointed out, and you came out, one of the things that it was
Charlotte.
very strenuous protocol, COVID protocol.
Masks and
Right, so for when my audience was supposed to be a full audience, it went from a quarter of that audience. So that was one strike against the production of it. It just wasn't like it wasn't the right mix. So
how did that
we
make you
went back-
feel? Because
It
the fact that because it was planned. Like you was ready for this shot. Now they
I
like
flew
shoot
out.
again. Do you have that same energy? Do you do different jokes, or like how do you change it up? Or
I did it again. I already did it again. But the feeling was I could have been petty and said screw that, whatever. But I also realized that Dave got me a check, the biggest check I ever seen in my career at one shot.
how much was it?
I don't want to talk about that, but it
Nine
was
figures.
it was
Got hold something?
it was nice. Yeah, I'm asking you that, son.
Let me tell you something, Donnell. You see the suit? You go out with Donnell, 40 people, Donnell got the bill. He got the check.
But I figured out a way to write it off with taxes too. That's a write-off. Like keep
Donnell
going.
will
That's
not
right
let
off.
you pay for a thing. That's why we hang.
But that's just a.
No, back to what you said,
Adult.
because you were talking about the show and you doing it over.
Yeah, I could have went. There was a lot of things I could have done. I could have been mad, said screw that, whatever. But I knew the check had cleared, right? But I also knew that the guy that's giving me this advice and this criticism is a guy that's got like 7 or 8 specials under his belt, and he knows what he's talking about, you know? So I looked at it like I had an opportunity to do it that time. I'll revamp the set, and I'll do it again. And one thing about if you see me do my stand-up, the jokes, even though I may do summer jokes, whatever, they're always growing. So I was like, I'll just stay on track to what I do, and then when we're ready to do it again, it'll pop.
What motivates Donnell Rawlings?
Well, just different things that motivate me
When it
now.
comes to comedy, I should say.
Austin.
Austin motivates me on a different different level. But
He's almost taller than you, too, now, I've seen.
what motivates me is I just want to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be good. And I do mentor a lot of young comics coming up, right? And they always ask these questions like, so I need an agent. I need this. They always talk about what they need. And I was like, what you need to do is every time you go on stage, rip. That's going to answer all your questions. When you're good at what you do, people are going to find you. You don't have to ask for favors or anything like that. A very popular manager back in the day, Barry Katz, he had all the top talent in New York. And this is when I was making my transition from D.C. to New York, from the chitlin circuit, the black circuit, to more mainstream, right? And I wanted help. I asked Barry, I said, look, I'm funny. I know you got all your clients in these clubs. Can you put a phone call in for me? He was like, Donnell, all you got to do is just rip. He said, if you rip everywhere you go, you won't be, you can't be denied. And I tell youngers the same way. They want shortcuts and everything. All you got to do is be good. I never wanted to be famous. I never, anybody tell you, I never was, a lot of people in this business, they like, when I was young, I knew that I didn't expect to be a stand-up comic. Only thing I knew, I wanted to be good. And I realized if you're good, then that'll turn into all the other things you want out of it. But I never looked for it like, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be rich or famous. I just want to be good.
And you never also chase a check either, which I think is good. Like, Donnell is not motivated by money. He does things because he enjoys it. He wants to do it. He's always coming up with ideas. The last thing he thinks about is compensation, for it.
That has probably cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
It has. A lot of money, right?
I'd be like, Donnell, you should, and I'm always trying to think of ways to get Donnell checks. Like,
and she does too.
Yeah.
But, it's one of two things could happen. I could have got caught up on that. I know I lost a lot of money there. But, my soul feels good about what I do, and I think I make right decisions that's going to make me feel good.
You get it back. I was going to ask, when you do shows with, like, your Dave Chappelle's, your Chris Rock's, or whatever comedians you do shows with, Kevin Hart, for you, do you look at them as a competition? And not competition where, like, we're going back and forth, but like if I DJ with somebody, it's not a competition, they're my friends, but I still want to be better.
Right.
Do you feel that way as well?
Yeah, it's called healthy competition.
Yeah, you better feel
You know
that
what I'm saying? It's way, and that's the only way you get stronger. Even when I work with Dave will tell you straight, he said, I know when I work with you, he said, I could feel a difference from the audience. I never, especially with those guys, their names are so big, there's no competition in the sense that when I work with them, I open for them. So people come to see them. They pay the money. I'm a bonus. You know what I mean? I'm excited when I go out there and they say, you seen him on HBO's The Wire, you seen him on so-and-so. And then they say, but you fell in love with him as Ashley Larry, and then the audience goes nuts. But no, there's no competition. But I know that when I'm on the same playing field with them, I represent.
Now, also, I was going to ask, some of the things that's going on in the world. Before we get into that.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, we're getting you prepped for when you're on my show, since the Breakfast Club is opening for me.
Well, it's going to lead into your show, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that.
Me too. We're going to do some topics with you. This is for you to get ready to be back on radio again.
Kanye West, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is I can't let anybody else's emotions control my emotions. And people that let anything that Kanye says affect them in any kind of way, I think they're foolish. I don't agree with a lot of things that he say. One thing in particular, Kanye West says, I don't have no friends, true friends in Hollywood.
Right.
To that, I want to say, Kanye, call Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, Dave will stand by you through problematic times.
Okay.
Yeah. And not even problematic, like I just, the notion of, and the reason why I say that, because I've seen Dave's friendship with Kanye. I've seen when Kanye was under fire about some other things, when people was like, screw Kanye, and Dave would never turn his back on him. Dave would always say, that's my brother. I might not agree with everything, but that's my brother and I love him. I saw one time when Kanye was having issues where Dave, at the drop of a dime, caught a private jet to go see him, go talk to him. So when you start saying that and you act like there's nobody on your side, nobody want to listen to you, there are people that want to listen to you, but you don't want to listen to the people that's going to speak the truth to you. And that's what I can't let us. What Kanye is talking about is not no big news. Artists getting ripped off with record deals and stuff like that. This is how that happened. Usually an artist...
Well, that's not the reason people are upset.
It's part of it. You know, I mean, that's
I
what...
don't think they care about that part. I think they care about more of his statements that he made about Jewish
No,
people.
that's what they're upset about.
George.
The statements that he made about George Floyd.
100%. That's what they're upset about. What I'm saying, the spin that he's talking about in the deflection is it's like this, the record business.
Right,
We've been getting over. And you know this business. For the most part, you get a young dude off the street, off the block, right? Never seen more than $100 or $1,000 in their pocket.
Correct.
And you say, here go 6 figures,
It
right?
doesn't have to be 6 figures. It'd be 50,000.
50,000. And you show them that stack. They not reading that big-ass contract, especially when they start speaking in British literature, heareth, weareth, thereth, forth. They like, give me my money. And if you notice, most of those artists that start off like that, yeah, you get a raw deal at the beginning, but once you start getting the business sense, once you start getting mature, you're like, wait a minute, I want a bigger piece of the pie. It happened to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle said it with Comedy Central. When I took that deal with Comedy Central, I was about to have a baby, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't making a lot of money, and I needed the bag. You know what I'm saying? And that's the urgency of it, but you don't still have to not play fair with people.
Correct.
Right.
That's why I respect Comedy Central. That was a stand-up move for Comedy Central to come back and say, here go all your money.
Envy, even with your first contract here, you always talk about that. It was
My first contract
terrible.
It was terrible. It was horrible. I think I made after minimum. I think it might have been like $55,000.
But you already knew. Envy, you've been doing it for a while. You know the long game.
No, I
he
also
messed
know
up.
long game.
Yeah.
I did mess up, but I also bet on myself. You know, I knew that, as a DJ, me coming over here, I feel like I'm the best, and I feel like nobody can outwork me.
Right.
Like when it comes to, I will do whatever.
There's
it takes.
Jamaicans that can't outwork you. I know.
You've been with us. So
I seen you make the shift from nighttime to the coveted spot, which is morning
I knew
show.
to bet on myself, and I bet on myself, and it paid off. But for some people, it absolutely positively don't. And I just feel like Kanye doesn't have good friends, right? And I won't say me and you are the best of friends, right? But if I said something, or if I was going through something, I know you would check up on me.
Right.
Just like the same with you. Same thing with Angela Yee. Same thing with a lot of people. I just feel like
But we don't know that no one's checking up on him because we also
he
know
might not be accepting the information that they're
and
checking up on.
sometimes there's nothing you could do when somebody is not willing to accept things at a time. You could be friends with somebody. Look, I have a friend who has mental health issues, and I can't really do anything about it. I checked up on her. Now she's like really not taking my calls at all. It hurts, but there's nothing I could. She's not talking to any of us.
Right.
But I do think
I can't do anything about it.
I do think that he has friends, but when you're living what you think your truth are, anybody can test it. Anybody go against it. You're not going to want to talk to
But
them.
I would also hope that if I do have real friends, that they're not going to put me in a position to make things worse. Meaning, if I'm wilding out, and Angela Yee has her show with Angela Yee, I'm hoping that she's not going to be like, Envy, come on my show and get yourself in more trouble. You know what I mean? It got to be to the point where we have to start saying, you know what? He's our brother. He's not in the right mental space. We're not going to give him the platform to bury his career and bury his business even more.
Yeah, but the funny thing about it is like he talks about a certain business community, whatever, that, is robbing people, whatever. But at the end of the day, every time that you on a platform, whatever, you creating content and people click it and they selling ad
They look
space.
for clicks,
So
yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like we in a world right now where everything is about engagement. A long time ago, we've been doing it for a while. Like if you want to be successful as an artist or anything, one thing you had to be was likable.
Right.
And next thing you had to do was have talent.
Correct.
That was the only way you was going to get money. People had to spend the money, had to go to the record shop and had to do that. Now you don't have to do that. You can be hated with no talent. If you're an engaging person, you'll continue to make money. I do understand some of the things that Kanye's saying, but there's different ways you could do it. And I'm going to use this as an example. We do know that there are certain people that control this industry, right?
Do it, Donnell.
I'm not going to do it. This is a real thing. You can cut it, whatever. We do know that. And those people, we've been working with them in this situation for years. It has nothing to do with being anti-Semitic or anything. The only thing you can do is what you do is position yourself to get a bigger slice of the pie. You have to be able to position yourself. And I'll give you an example. People might not understand it. Tyler Perry is a perfect example of getting control, getting what you want. You might not like Tyler Perry's story, his movies, but you have to respect his story. You have to respect that he put himself in a position where he could give more black performers opportunities. He's built a studio that he gives everybody opportunity to work there, and he did that. He didn't have to ruffle up everything. He didn't have to piss somebody off. He understood, well, how do I get to the next step? Me bitching about stuff ain't going to change anything. I make a difference. I make a difference with what I do, and I'll build my brand.
But you know what I don't like? And I don't like how we cancel somebody super duper fast, right? And I'll explain why. If I'm making a comment about any group of people, right? I might be making that comment because somebody told me that and they told me wrong information.
Right.
I think a lot of times we need to correct the information and be like, you got this wrong, brother. Let me explain to you why this is hurtful. Let me explain to you why that was a lie. Let me explain to you why that's not truthful.
But the only way
the first thing we do is, you said something I don't like, we cancel.
I don't think that anybody's really canceled.
No, the only way.
You don't think Kanye's canceled?
No, I see a lot of people supporting him. I see a lot.
You know, Kanye doesn't have a sneaker deal. He doesn't have a shoe deal. He doesn't have a record deal.
I don't think that he's canceled. I still see everybody covering him. I still think people will interview him.
But the only way
he can't even perform. They canceled his performance at Morehouse. He's canceled. They're not allowing.
I thought
Kanye
it was
to
his
make money.
basketball team. Oh. Was supposed to play or something like that.
No, he was supposed to
it
perform. He was doing a performance and they canceled that.
The only true way, the only real way you can be canceled if you align to corporations and you align to like big business and you align to studios and stuff. You can't, especially in my field, people are you worried about being canceled? I don't make money off of TV like that. I don't make money off of acting. My money that I make is a 30-year career where I'm going to these comedy clubs every year. You can't cancel that.
Well, if the comedy clubs don't take you anymore, like
they're never going to do that.
Kanye can't perform at
the
venues.
Comedy clubs,
Venues won't let him in.
The comedy clubs are never going to do that. The comedy clubs, especially, like you ain't producing a TV show, comedy clubs are never going to do that. Because at the end of the day, they want people in those seats.
They want money.
The same reason why it was a lot of like these YouTube social media comedians going to the comedy clubs. The first comedy clubs, like, they're not real comedians. They're not really funny. But at the end of the day, they got a bottom line.
But asses in those seats.
You can't. And that's why I don't really trip off of being canceled, because I know that you won't be able to stop me from putting my name on the marquee and people coming out to see me perform.
Do you ever censor yourself, though,
Never.
Donnell? Because sometimes, and I think what's good for you is just sometimes you have that too soon disclaimer. As soon as you say that, it's kind of like saying no offense, but.
I never edit myself. And people, I get that question all the time. How does cancel culture affect you? I'm not going to change. And I understand, like, this is what I think people take advantage of when they say freedom of speech. I should be able to say what I want. Freedom of expression. Yeah, but with everything you do, consequences is with it. It's always some consequence. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you do have the right to say whatever you want to say, but what are the consequences of the words that you say? Kanye West has a right to say whatever he wants to say, but what are those consequences? I think at the beginning he thought he could deal with them, but now, especially when they hit his pocket, it's a different situation. It's how you can. I encourage, I know it's going to sound crazy. I do my show and I do a situation where I say, I encourage every white man in here to use the N-word at least once, so you can know the consequences of using the N-word at least once. I'm like,
don't do it,
sir. Okay, can you deal with the consequence?
Right.
You know?
Now, I also want to ask you about Boston Celtics ex-coach.
Right.
That
Say his
allegedly
name.
knocked off an executive's wife or girlfriend.
Ime Udoka.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
He's about to.
First off,
coach the Nets.
no disrespect, but people act like he cheated on a 22-year-old Nia.
Oh my
Okay.
God, Donnell.
This guy's crazy.
Move on.
I'm not canceled.
Too soon.
I'm just saying.
What are you trying to say about Nia Long?
what's it?
Nia Long still don't look amazing. She looks.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the prime was for me. It was the prime. I'm not knocking it. Y'all can all y'all want. Y'all can all y'all want. But this is what I do know.
This guy's crazy.
This is what I do know. That stuff happens everywhere. And I think it's unfortunate that they were so hard on him. But what I understand, I think that this is what I heard. One of the executives, that was his woman that he was cheating with.
Allegedly.
So, allegedly. Damn, how many lawsuits you been in?
A lot.
You know how to protect yourself, no, Donnell. Don't say that. Alleged, okay?
Allegedly.
Don't protect me, son. I'm good. But I think it's unfortunate. We know that stuff like that happens all the time. And I know that he's not the first one that's been in a situation like that. I think it was a little too much to say he's suspended for the whole season. But
It look like the Nets are gonna pick him up.
Yeah,
so.
the Nets are, and he's a great coach.
yeah, he's a good
good
coach. He'll come back.
Now Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook are both having slumps this year. What do you tell somebody that's in a slump? What is your suggestion for them?
Go back to go back to where you were, if you can put your mind what made you excited about it, what gave you the drive, if you could find get that hunger again, if you could say, okay, this is the way I used to play when I wanted to get that contract, this is when I wanted to let everybody know I'm the best to do it. If you could tap back into what made you get to the point where you are, then maybe that could jog it. But sometimes, people just go through stuff. They go through slumps and they come out of it.
Now, what are you going to do for Way Up with Angela Yee? What's the Donnell segment going to be?
I'm going to do whatever you want to do. I know I really love you. Like my sister. I've been knowing you for years. I've seen you go from, of course.
Oh, my God. Look at the hate.
How you
Listen,
doing? Stop
the
it.
opening act to be in here yawning.
No, but it's like, it's certain people that can call you.
You love her, damn it. You said it 10 times.
You got a problem with love, bro?
No, I don't. Go ahead.
You got a problem with
No
love.
one loves him.
You haven't had a hug in a while, huh?
Give him a hug.
No, I'm not doing that. But you said, what am I going to do
Yeah, let's
for you on your show? Whatever you want me to do. I know that both of us have crazy schedules. I would love to be in the studio with you every day, but
I know you
don't
can't do
think
that, but we're going to figure something out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I think some man on the street or something, but yeah, we can do something.
Donnell sent me some videos the other day when he was at my house and I was giving him relationship advice.
Which videos I sent?
I guess it didn't work out well.
It didn't. I mean, look. He
Oh,
asked
happy
me,
old happy old family. Oh, happy old family. Everything is wonderful. Group shots. Everybody matching clothes. Oh, Mr. Perfect.
Look,
We're on
but
vacation in
behind closed
Jamaica.
doors.
Oh, my God. You are so perfect. I can't stand you, sir. What videos I sent you? Was it bad? It wasn't
No,
inappropriate.
it was when you did that TV show. And it was you and Austin at my house. And
Project Dad, when you gave me advice, it didn't work out in my favor. But I got a beautiful son out the deal, boy.
Well, that wasn't my fault that it didn't work out.
No.
At
It was
all.
probably my fault. And just stay on my phone.
Well, Donnell.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, this is how you have a healthy relationship. Anybody stay out the phones.
So what did they find in the phone?
I don't want to talk about that. They probably
We're not here
found
for
the
that.
same thing that probably was found in your phone years ago, too. So think about that. Go get
Why
a
you bringing
close
up
up.
the past?
Get a close up. Because I don't want to have a future with you. That's why. I'm bringing it past because I have no future.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us,
Nah,
Donnell.
man, you can't do this.
You
Listen.
came late. You know that.
Listen, the only reason you could not air this episode.
We gonna air it.
The
Yeah,
only
we're gonna
reason,
air it.
I'm telling you, I thought that I wasn't gonna have an opportunity to sit and this. The truth of the matter is, this is it for this building.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is it for this
I actually have
building.
to go
But
to
we
the new building
weren't
today.
telling anybody, so if anybody wanted to look for us, they would still come to this.
Well, they
building.
know I'm on BMF, so what you gonna do now? Cut that out. Cut that out too. But I'm gonna tell you, my sole reason, because I'm doing Booty Talks other show, right?
Oh, I was like,
Hell of a
is it
week, yes.
Booty
Yeah,
Talk
hell of a
show?
week. Yeah, I'm on a week when it's a hell of a week. Ain't nothing funny in the news nowhere.
No.
Right? But my only reason I came here, because I was like, I want to be able to be in a room with her for the final time, last time, whatever is going to be Breakfast Club. I love her. I know y'all ain't gonna be in this building. And I just came, and I'm gonna tell you, this is why things are so beautiful. I said to myself, why are you doing the show today? Not really here to promote anything
He
particular.
did say that to himself.
Yeah, I said that. I was like, why? And I was like, you don't have to just always want to promote something to talk to your friends. And this is what made my day great.
Friends?
My friends. I consider you a friend, Envy.
Oh, thank
no, you know that. I mean, we joke, whatever, but you know
He
I
makes
mess
some
with
great
you.
memes about Envy. and
No,
shit.
we have fun.
Yeah.
And he know when I get a good one.
Tight.
He'll comment like, you really gonna do that? No, I respect you. I respect your hustle. I respect your come up
Perfect
and
family.
everything.
Yeah.
But this what made it so dope for me is when I came in the building, when I saw Anita at the front desk, I screamed, son, like, oh my God, are you kidding? So,
I heard Miss Anita laughing from
Yeah.
all the way back here.
So when
we
I
were
s-
like, Donnell's here.
and I was like this, okay, maybe that's the reason. Just say hello to her and just to say goodbye to her, whatever that means. It ain't gonna be here forever, but in this space of the Breakfast Club.
Well, we appreciate
and
you,
we got some good memories.
Well, I always say we appreciate you. And me and Donnell started doing morning radio together. For most people, a lot of people that don't know, we started together. We learned radio together. We effed up together.
Oh,
and we made a lot
I'm
of
glad you put
mistakes
that
together.
up in there.
But that was part of the journey. You know what I mean? This is when Donnell was a struggling comedian.
Yo, so first off, son.
Donnell was already lit.
Yo, first off, I wasn't never struggling.
Yeah, he was
The
already
right people
lit.
hadn't seen me yet, son. Don't say that. You so
no.
disrespectful,
He was
son. I never
He was on
struggled.
the come up comedian. I was
He
on the
was
come up
at Poke
DJ.
Knockers.
Yeah,
and
killing
Two
Poke
Steps
Knockers.
Down.
Yes. He had Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movie.
No, but I'm just saying. I will say this in my career, like I don't ever feel like I was struggling because early on I didn't expect too much. I tell
was
people,
joking, Donnell. You
I
weren't
know, but I got to
struggling.
correct that.
Oh, okay.
I have
Correct
to correct
him,
that.
yeah.
I tell people all the time when you first start, they say, "What do you advise? What would you tell me?" I was like, especially in this business, if you could be happy being broke, you'll be okay, because in this business, 70% of the time you're not going to make no money. It's different now with social media. These kids now, they get money quick. Back then, you have to be content with, can I live with the bare minimum, knowing that I'm going to a different place. If you can't, your brain will be cloudy. You won't be able to focus, and it won't happen.
I was happy when I was broke coming up.
Most people,
I had a good time.
And you know what? When you hear people, and you know this story, I know a lot of billionaires. I know a lot of super successful people, and the stories that they always share, it's never ever about where they are now. They always want to remind you it wasn't always like this.
Yeah, but
I remember this, and these are things I appreciate
well,
most.
this is the one thing I would say about Donnell and myself and even Yee. A lot of stuff we do, it's because we enjoy it, right? The reason I come see you do comedy is because when I see you do comedy now, it's the same feeling as when I used to see you do it back then. You enjoy it. You have fun. The same thing with why I still DJ, because I enjoy it. Why I still go to the homecomings, because I love it. It's a feeling that I can't replace. No money in the world can change that.
But there are checks with those homecoming shows.
There are some checks.
Yo,
Not
don't
just
even try.
going. I mean, come on, Evie,
Yo,
stop
come on,
it.
Evie, don't do that. The homecoming.
But I would come for nothing. Pause. You know what I mean? Because
Oh, my God.
Oh my goodness.
You need to stop.
You said
You
it.
need to
What?
stop, son, because every time you say it's another kid, son, is it over? It's over?
It's over.
It's not
You got a
over.
dynasty.
It's over. But we appreciate you for joining us and
Yeah.
say thank you so
No,
much.
we really do, and I'm looking forward to our next chapter, Donnell.
Pickleball, I'm
And
telling you, I
pickleball.
got to play.
He wants to invest in a team because he sees a lot of people. You said Tom Brady.
There's so
Every
many
day
people.
he sends me a pickleball article.
Yo, I'm telling you, I can look at this dude's eyes and tell when it's a possibility for him to be involved in an investment. He looked at that and priced it. How much does it take
definitely did.
to do that? But pickleball, it's so funny because the sport's been around. It's been around for the longest time. But for some reason, it's becoming real cool right now, and it's hot. LeBron James has invested in the team. Tom Brady has invested in the team. Draymond Green. They have CBS has a new show coming out, pickleball. It's creating so much business. They have like franchises like pickle and chicken. You know what I'm saying? They are this like everybody laughed at me, and I got to tell you, the way I got introduced to it in my neighborhood in Yellow Springs, it's a very older community, right? And for like 3 weeks, and they a welcoming community for 3 weeks. They would come. Every day it would be an apple pie or something, right? My doorbell would ring. People, black people not used to going to the door. White people can't wait to run to the door. They're like, oh my God, who's out there? Black people's like this. Yo, did you invite somebody? I ain't going out there. So I would go.
Do not ring my bell uninvited.
I would go to the door, and then I'll look around and just be like an apple pie. And then I'll see a white woman with Birkenstocks and yoga pants saying, hello, neighbor. Right? They was giving me gifts every day. So there's another woman came past. Her name is Donna Silver. She said, do you play pickleball? First I told her, I said, you're empty-handed. If you don't have an apple pie, I can't talk to you.
That's what you told her?
Yeah, straight up. I called her the golden girl, right? And she was like, do you play pickleball? I said, no. She said, I will whoop your ass in
did.
pickleball. This is what she said to me, right? And I was like, what is pickleball? Then I found out what it was. I started practicing, and we started having like a beef on this like 70-year-old woman, beef on the block and on social media, right? And I'm going to tell you, it just livened this neighborhood up so much, the sense of community. So we went from us talking trash, I said, let's play a game. And we played a game for charity.
And she beat your ass, Donnell.
She cheated, Evie. She cheated.
She beat
First of
his
all,
ass in pickleball.
she didn't.
I mean, it was embarrassing.
She didn't beat my ass. What she did was she cheated because the official length of a net, like I had to break it down. The nets was too high.
Goodbye,
She was she was playing on illegal nets.
How old was this woman?
70.
Oh my goodness.
Yo,
All right.
But
When
she
I
played
tell
on
you-
illegal nets.
And then Donnell wanted me to side with him and bet. No, I couldn't do it. She was so much better than him.
No, she wasn't so much. She didn't mop me up. She barely beat me. She didn't mop me up. And I'm telling you, I practiced on an official net.
You let a 70-year-old woman beat you in pickleball?
Yeah.
She didn't beat me without cheating, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Donnell Rawlings.
She cheated. So you know how tall her neck got to be? 34 inches is illegal. She was practicing on a 36-inch court. So if you take those 2 inches away, that
ladies and gentlemen, Donnell Rawlings, we appreciate you for
Pickleball
joining us.
loser.
Yo, there will
I cannot wait to play Donnell
There
at
will be-
pickleball because I beat you in ping pong.
She beat me
now
in
I beat you in kickball.
I was wearing dress
and now I will
shoes.
beat you in pickleball.
I was wearing dress shoes. You're supposed to beat me
All right.
with dress
I had
shoes.
on
Donnell
heels.
Rawlings, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
There will be a rematch.